Imagine the heartbreak of families still waiting for answers about loved ones lost in a brutal conflict. Now, here's a fresh twist that could shatter fragile hopes. Israel has just accepted 2 coffins delivered through the Red Cross in Gaza, with the militant group Hamas claiming they hold the remains of 2 Israeli hostages, Amram Cooper and Sahar Baruch. But here's where it gets controversial, as accusations fly about deceit and deception. Let's dive into the details of this unfolding drama, breaking it down step by step so everyone can follow along, no matter your familiarity with the region. According to Israel's Prime Minister's office, these coffins were handed over, and now Israeli forces are set to transport the bodies to the National Center of Forensic Medicine in Tel Aviv. This center specializes in advanced forensic techniques, like DNA analysis and autopsy examinations, to confirm identities beyond a doubt. It's a crucial step in providing closure for grieving families, ensuring that mistakes aren't made in such emotionally charged situations. Picture it like a high-stakes puzzle where experts piece together clues to reveal the truth. Hamas's armed wing, the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades, publicly stated earlier that they had located the bodies of these 2 hostages. Yet, this announcement comes on the heels of a recent scandal that has ramped up tensions. Just on Tuesday, the Israeli government pointed fingers at Hamas for breaching the Gaza ceasefire agreement. They alleged that the group had delivered a coffin with human remains that didn't match any of the 13 deceased Israeli and foreign hostages still believed to be held in Gaza. Forensic investigations revealed the remains actually belonged to Ofir Zarfati, a hostage whose body had already been retrieved by Israeli troops back in late 2023. This mix-up raises serious questions about transparency and trust in hostage negotiations. To back their claims, the Israeli military shared gripping drone footage. The video captures Hamas fighters taking a body bag with the remains out of a building in Gaza City, burying it temporarily, and then pretending to discover it in front of Red Cross representatives. It's a scene straight out of a thriller, highlighting potential manipulation. The Red Cross, which acts as a neutral humanitarian bridge in conflicts, expressed strong disapproval. Their team on the ground had no idea the body bag had been moved beforehand, and they labeled the staged recovery as unacceptable. This breach of protocol not only undermines peace efforts but also puts aid workers at risk. Naturally, Hamas pushed back hard against these baseless allegations, as they described them. In a fiery response, they accused Israel of concocting false narratives to justify more aggressive military actions. And this is the part most people miss. Accusations like this often boil down to differing perspectives on truth and motives in wartime. Is this staging a calculated ploy by Hamas? Or could Israel be exaggerating to escalate tensions? It's a gray area that fuels endless debates. The drama escalated further just hours later. Israel claimed another ceasefire violation, stating that Hamas fighters had slain an Israeli soldier during an assault in southern Gaza's Rafah region. Hamas denied any involvement, calling it a baseless claim. Undeterred, Israel's prime minister authorized a series of airstrikes across Gaza that very night. The military reported targeting dozens of terror sites and operatives, but the aftermath was devastating. Gaza's health ministry, run by Hamas, reported 104 Palestinians killed that day, including 46 children and 20 women, marking it as the bloodiest since the ceasefire kicked in on October 10. This stark contrast in casualty numbers underscores the human cost of these hostilities, where innocent lives are caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump weighed in, asserting that nothing would derail the ceasefire deal his administration helped broker with partners like Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey. However, he added a controversial note. Israel has every right to retaliate when its soldiers are attacked. This stance could be seen as a green light for military responses, but it also raises eyebrows about balancing justice with escalation. After all, hitting back might protect troops, but does it truly de-escalate a cycle of violence? Let's break down the ceasefire agreement for clarity. It's like a roadmap for exchange in a high-stakes standoff. Hamas committed to releasing all 20 living hostages and the bodies of 28 dead ones within 72 hours. True to word, all living Israeli hostages were freed on October 13 in a prisoner swap. 250 Palestinians and 1,718 Gaza detainees walked free in exchange. Israel, in turn, has returned the remains of 195 Palestinians to match the 13 Israeli hostages' bodies and those of 2 foreigners, one from Thailand and one from Nepal, handed over by Hamas so far. That leaves 13 deceased hostages still unaccounted for in Gaza. 11 are Israeli, 1 Tanzanian and 1 Thai. Nearly all of them, except for one, were among the 251 individuals seized during Hamas's shocking attack on southern Israel on October 7, 2023, which claimed around 1,200 lives. For context, that assault was part of a broader wave of violence that left communities shattered, with survivors facing unimaginable trauma. Israel's military response to that attack has been massive, resulting in over 68,600 deaths in Gaza, according to the territory's health ministry. Tragically, more than 200 of those have occurred since the ceasefire began, often from ongoing skirmishes. This figure includes civilians, and it's a reminder of how conflicts ripple out, affecting families, children, and communities far beyond the battlefield. For example, a child losing a parent in an air strike might grow up resenting the cycle, perpetuating division for generations. As we wrap this up, it's clear this situation is rife with controversy, from staged recoveries to retaliatory strikes. Do you think Hamas's actions are genuine efforts at compliance, or clever diversions? Should Israel prioritize de-escalation over immediate retaliation, even when lives are lost? And what about the role of international mediators like the US in keeping the peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Trump's hit-back philosophy, or see it as risking more bloodshed? Let's discuss openly and respectfully. Your perspective could shed new light on this complex issue.